They will make their U.S. debut at the Atlantis, a sold-out show. Please welcome The Last Dinner Party.
Hi.
How are we?
Good.
Good. Why? It's your first night in the U.S. Why am I the nervous one?
We're also nervous.
I'm very nervous.
Are you really? I've been nervous all day. No, because I've been like, great, it's their first time in the U.S. If I screw this up, like, that's your lasting...
we're leaving.
Well, it's also your lasting impression of, like, America and U.S. radio and, like, the whole thing.
Yeah, you're representing everyone.
Yeah, maybe you should be nervous.
Oh, trust me, honey, I am. Wait, so when did we get in? When did we fly in?
Last night.
Oh, so you guys haven't been here, like, running around and going crazy. No. Have you been to the U.S. before?
Like, a couple of us have been on holiday, but never not to play.
Right. Have you been to D.C. before? No. So, like, when you would come over from London, you'd go to, like, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So now I'm bummed. Like, you didn't get to go spend the evening, like, running around and playing.
We went for a lovely tea, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what the restaurant was called, but I think it was Lebanese food. It was really, really good.
Oh, really?
So that was our taste of Washington.
Yeah. That was your wild night out?
Yeah.
For tea?
We're pretty rock and roll.
Sorry, dinner.
No, because I was going to say, I feel like Aurora, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aurora, but I feel like you're the one in the band that loves a good night out.
What gives you that impression?
Am I right, though? Did I nail it?
I mean, I'm more of the grandma, actually.
Are you really?
I like my peppermint tea.
Sometimes you'll do some
I like to go
shots.
out.
Yeah,
I'll mosh pit every now and again.
Yeah.
But why do I feel like I saw where I was reading something where, like, you guys were at one of the festivals that you guys played, and it was like, oh, no, we don't mind going on early because that means I get to drink margaritas all day.
I mean, that's all of us.
Okay.
We love a little frozen margarita.
We've been drinking that all summer.
So so it sets up. So you make the U.S. debut tonight. Is it a little weird before you guys even touched down stateside? And I know it's a short U.S. tour, but the whole thing's already sold out.
Yeah.
Wild.
So weird. I think this is the weirdest thing that's happened so far in our career, is to sell out an American tour without even coming here.
Right. Well, not only sell out an American tour, but also, and yes, there are a couple of singles released, but it's not like, well, the record's been out a year and, we're going to go play behind that, which, man, we'll get to that in a minute. I love the kind of the mold that you guys did, but but to sell the whole thing out before you even get here, like, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Very sweet.
Thanks, America.
Now, did it start, like, if you look at it from our side of the world, I don't mean the U.S., but just, like, not in the band, it feels like, oh my God, the Last Dinner Party exploded over the last year. Not the case. You guys have been together for a while. Mm-hmm. Does it feel like it's been quick for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Since Nothing Matters came out, that's when it went nuclear.
I mean, we've only had music out for 6 months, so considering that, it feels like a really big explosion.
So what was it like before that, though? So yes, like Nothing Matters, you guys released like 6 months ago. But before that, well, back up. Let's back up then. Everybody meets in college, which is how long ago?
3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years
I
ago.
feel like 2020, 2019.
Yeah, during COVID times.
2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, just between 2018 and 2020.
So everybody meets in college, and we're not. What are we? Are we already in bands? Is everybody like doing their own thing?
This is my first ever band.
Shut up! So you think this is how it goes for every band?
I thought isn't that just how it works?
Wait, so you've never been before? Forget them. Before that, you were never in another band?
I've done like a few open mics on my own, but like this is literally the first band I've ever been in.
Are you serious?
Doing quite well.
Dude, how crazy is that? That's awesome. You're 1 for 1.
Yeah.
I told you when you walked in, you were the smart one in the bunch. So you had the idea about where to put the keyboard.
Yeah,
you've
brains.
memorized
Some
what
of the brains
words you
of the
can't say on the air. No, you've got it now.
Yeah, Lizzie's the brains of the
Right.
operation.
So other than Lizzie, so the rest of you were failing miserably in all these other bands.
And then I came along
and solved
with my no experience.
So what is was everybody in the same school?
No.
So who was together? Walk me through how everything comes together.
So I guess it started, I met Georgia and Lizzie at uni. And Georgia and I were doing English lit. And Lizzie was doing history of art. And then we met and became friends. And I was like, do you guys want to be in my band? In like the smoking area of a pub.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah. That's where all the best ideas come from when you're a bit drunk in the back of a bar. And then I met Emily through mutual friends, and then Aurora and Emily were already friends. And then we all got together.
So so everybody at that point ends up like, okay, we're drunk, we're in a bar, we're smoking. Let's go ahead and try to figure this thing out. When did, like, that's a great idea when you're out. Like, at what point was it, like, you wake up the next day and go like, no, I wasn't kidding. Like, that wasn't just alcohol. Like, let's do this.
Yeah. I can't actually remember the exact moment that we did it, but it was just sort of, I think we all wanted to do it.
When you said, like, do you want to be in my band, I was like, oh my god, I get to be in a band, like, yeah. and then it was like the next morning I was like, I wonder if she meant that, or that was just like a passing comment.
And I did.
And you did mean it. I'm glad you did.
I'm serious.
So at that point, we're like, who's working on music at that point?
At that point, I was doing solo stuff, so I was sort of like dragging a piano around London, playing anywhere that people would have me, and sort of writing the songs that would make up what's kind of on the album.
Right.
But then I was like, it would be so much better if I was in a band with my friends.
And so it works out. Everybody gets together. Obviously, everybody's a musician. Everybody kind of does. I don't want to say their own thing, but everybody has their own talent in what they play. What is there's a story about how, so you guys start playing around anywhere that you could get hired, where they'll let you go. And I don't know, I won't pretend to know any of the neighborhoods like around London, but I was looking at a map, like you guys were in like the south part of London. And like in Abigail, I think it was you had said something like that, whatever that scene was there. Is that pretty, like, is that London where it's like, oh, if you're in South London, it's this kind of music, and if you're over here, it's that kind of music?
Yeah, I mean, not. I wouldn't say like the genres are different from borough to borough, but the South London music scene, I think, is a real kind of reference point that people kind of point at when you're in London. It's a sort of a real amazing, bristling, buzzing scene for young people, and I think it's not all the same music, which is great. It's just all very experimental and ambitious and exciting, and I think being in that melting pot is where we came from.
Would I know other people that have come out of there recently?
I mean, maybe the biggest one is Fat White Family. They came from that, but I don't know if they ever kind of came over here. Who else is from
Black Midi?
Black Midi.
Black Country New Road.
Yeah. Those are the ones that have made it stateside, I think.
Is that like when everybody's kicking around in that borough, I think is what you called it, is the in the back of everybody's head, is it like, I just want to make it to big venues in London, or is the dream like, oh, I have to make it to the States?
I think for us it was just play live.
Yeah.
Like, just play live, more people come, play more venues. Like, it wasn't like stepping up through the ranks of like London venues. It was just like, oh, I would love to play at the Shacklewell Arms, and I'd love to play at the Moth Club, and we just slowly kind of ticked them off, just because we were getting the offers. So that was kind of the dream, was just to be able to play live to crowds of people.
I feel like when I joined the band, there was a sense of ambition.
Oh yeah,
very
There was definitely like a world domination. Let's go. It's like, are they joking or?
we were not.
I don't know. Abigail's drunk in the bar. She means
everything she says.
She gets 3 cigarettes in, and we are going. There's a story about how there's obviously there's no music out. Clips start showing up on YouTube, and it starts with like the last dinner party plays a show and there's like 6 people there. And then the last dinner party plays a show and it's like, wow, we're really growing this thing. There's 8 people here.
Yeah, that was a big day.
That's great.
And then, but slowly but surely, but then it doesn't go from like 8 to 10. It goes from like 8 to 100 and then 200. Does it start getting around? And it's all clips on YouTube. And then there's somebody in England, and forgive me, I don't know his name.
Lou Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
King.
So is his deal like he's obviously a huge music fan, and he'll go around to like different clubs and venues and kind of watch artists and just post?
Yeah, literally, like no one pays him to do it. No one asks him. He just does it out of love and passion and dedication. And he's broken so many bands that way. Like he's just, he's really an essential figure in that scene.
We literally owe him our career.
Yeah, entirely. Yeah, we're gonna buy
Not
him.
the U.S. Not the U.S. Not the U.S. Please. But does, like, even when you find out he's coming to do one of your shows, is that kind of a big deal?
We
or
didn't
no?
know.
Oh, you had no idea.
I just remember
He was just this nice guy.
Yeah, just this guy in the front row with a camera. Like, who's this? Like, we had no idea who he was. And then afterwards, when he posted it, and we saw that he'd posted all these other bands that we love, and we're like, oh wow, this is like
Probably
great.
been to some of the gigs that he
yeah.
videoed as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember that.
I was there for that.
So how long after that do things start to explode?
Quite quickly, I think. After that, it was like, I think he posted one of like maybe our 4th show that we'd ever played, and then it was maybe like a month after that it started blowing up, and then that's when the labels kind of caught on and started sniffing around. And
On your 4th show?
Video of our 4th show, yeah.
Right, so you'd played 4 shows together. Lizzie has played an entirety of 4 shows in her entire
Listen,
life.
I did some open mics.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
6 shows.
Yeah.
Was it a label feeding frenzy?
We were getting schmoozed a lot,
Yeah.
which was very nice.
Yeah, taken out for pints and
champagne.
oysters.
Yeah, it was a lot of meeting industry people, and it was a quick learning curve of like words we'd never heard before.
Yeah.
Instant grat.
Instant grab, like music
Wait, what
lawyers.
is that? What is
exactly?
instant? What
We,
is that?
we still
I
don't
still
know.
don't know.
It's
Yeah.
like a single.
Our label just say things
Not
and
a
we
single,
nod.
but
Right.
Not as important as a
That
single.
sounds great. Yeah, I love it, guys. I remember like the first person that we officially kind of met and signed with was a lawyer. Like the
Yeah.
first,
I didn't even
like
know there were music lawyers.
Yeah,
In the
no, we
DMs.
needed. Yeah, literally. Yeah, like before we even had a manager or a label, we had a lawyer, and we were like, cool. Well, that's all the legal battles that
That's
we're
all
gonna.
we need.
Yeah,
Now, is he still with you?
She.
I'm sorry, is she still?
she is. Yeah,
still with
she's
you?
Yeah,
yeah,
she's a
most
legend.
powerful woman in music.
No, because you could see where some people will go like, this just seems so unreal.
It is,
like
yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, because you'll hear about like bands, and I don't, when I say struggling for years, I don't, but literally like
Grinding.
years
Yeah.
and years and years of playing. You're 4 shows into this thing, and there's a feeding frenzy for you guys.
It's crazy.
But I'm with you. I bet that schmoozing was great.
It was so
yes.
fun.
I miss it.
The-
They don't try anymore.
so they come in. So they come in. They sign. What does anything change?
I mean, I think it was suddenly like, this
serious.
might be like, this
Yeah.
might really be a thing that we do like full time.
It's kind of, you have to dedicate to this now. Drop your other things, focus on this, because so many people
What was
are
your
invested.
other? What was your other thing that you were doing? Was anybody else doing any other job at that point?
I was in like 10 bands.
Were you really? You're like the opposite of Lizzie,
I was playing on, do you know, Six the Musical?
right?
The Henry
Playing
VIII
like guitar for that on the
oh, were
West
you
End.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah,
I
yeah.
bet not for them.
See ya.
No, we went to. I came to see it. It slapped.
It was
great.
amazing.
Did you have to go in and quit?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you really?
It was crazy. I was like, cool, I'm going to quit my job in the West End to get signed to a major record label. I'm like, I felt kind of bad saying that to my friends. 'Cause I was like, how is this real?
So you were doing that, or what were you doing?
I was doing my masters, teaching piano. I just started playing in bands.
Wait, you were getting your master's degree?
Yeah, I did
Oh, you don't
composition.
need that.
I don't need, honestly, don't. It's great. It was fun for a few years.
No, because you know what I like about you guys, and I referenced this earlier, is I feel like you guys have kind of, I don't want to say changed the mold in which things are done, but it almost seems like, and I don't want to say that you have this attitude of I don't care, because I do believe you care tremendously, but we're not going to follow the same formula in hopes that maybe it goes that way. We'll follow our own formula. There are going to be people who are going to criticize us for it, and that's fine. But we're going to follow our formula, and if people want to come along, and we'll go with it as far as we can. If we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't. But we're going to do it our way, and that goes to there was no music. It wasn't like let's go make an EP and let's go deliver it to 50 record labels, and now at least we have music out, and we won't really worry about doing any shows. The whole thing was, this thing will grow word of mouth, and whether Lou shows up or doesn't show up, no, I'm being serious. We're going to do this our way. Yes, he was very helpful, and obviously, but the mold that we're going to follow is going to be our own mold. Because I do believe there are a lot of labels and stuff and management that would go, this seems very risky. But there's got to be something to it if they were willing to come along.
Yeah. To be fair, I think we can't really take credit for this being our own mold. I think really what it is a kind of going back in time and doing, what bands would have done in the 70s, where it is just playing live and you can't just put out something on SoundCloud or TikTok, and it's what other bands in South London were doing that we admired, like Black Midi and Black Country New Road. That was something that people were doing pre-COVID,
right,
where you could only see this band live, and that was what was so exciting. And then I think during the pandemic, the kind of popular way of putting out music was to record it first, put it out, get a following, then you go play live. And I think we just really didn't want to do that. And I think also it was kind of right place, right time, because I think people were really desperate to have that live experience and that feeling of, I found this band, I can only see them if I buy a ticket for this show. And I think it just really worked for us, luckily. And
so go back to what you were saying. Like that was the model in like the 70s and the 80s. What, like looking back, and obviously it would make sense if they were British based, but like looking back, who were those bands that you look back on and go like, oh, that was not currently, but back then where you look and go like, you know what, that I feel that makes sense to me.
What do you mean, like in terms of their like rise of success?
Yeah, like whether it is like I can't remember where I read it, but somebody was talking about being a huge Queen fan. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was in a Queen tribute band.
Were you really?
Yeah, it was so much
Emily's
fun.
lived 1,000 lives.
So much fun.
So you would so that was your thing. You would travel around and do.
Well, that was the intention, but like COVID hit and we were meant to like go on cruises and stuff and like play to people on cruises and be entertainers and stuff. But like, yeah, COVID hit and like we ended up only doing one gig at like this Queen convention fan club in like the north of England somewhere. So, but it was great. I loved it.
So now you're very fascinating to me. So you're playing in the West End. You're in a Queen tribute band.
Yeah.
Like what were your other? That's 2 of 10. What were the other 8?
Just like, well, I had a solo project, like a jazz project, because I did a jazz degree. So I like did jazz guitar and stuff. And then I was in another band called Wednesday's Child. I was in a Dixieland jazz group at one point playing banjo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, freaking awesome. I love you.
So like a big variety, which I think has informed a lot of like musical choices and like stuff that we write.
Yeah.
But like looking back, so like, but I mean, obviously for you, Queen was a big deal. Also, Bowie comes up a lot.
Yeah. Bowie is like the blueprint for me.
In terms of what?
Well, just everything, just like ethos, music, style, approach. I think he's just no one can really touch him.
Right. And style is very important to the band. I mean, as you can see. Yeah.
Your shorts are very nice.
Well, thank you. No, but like even like just clips of shows, like the style is very important to you guys. Mm-hmm. And I think it was even I can't remember where it was, but you were talking about like dress up. Well, I shouldn't say dress up for shows because I don't want to give off the wrong impression. Mm. But it was like, we're going out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a party. Whoa. It's a party. That was weird.
So let's go back. So you guys kind of follow your own mold and you do that. Things take off pretty quickly. And like I said, with that comes some criticism or second guessing. Mm-hmm. Where does the whole industry plant thing come from?
Misogyny.
Twitter. Misogynists on Twitter. It was like 2 days of people being just a bit boring. But it didn't hit deep because it's not true. So we're not industry plants.
Right. But I wouldn't have, like, at no point was I like, well, of course they are. That makes sense. I don't even know where that would start, though.
It's just skepticism, I think.
Yeah, I think because we put so much effort into the band before we've started. So we rehearsed loads, we styled ourselves very deliberately.
Strong aesthetic.
Yeah, and we did like a photo shoot in my like friend's back garden. and, styled ourselves and did it. And I remember we put that out, and then everyone was like, oh, this has clearly got loads of funding behind it. It was like, no, that was us in a garden, But I think because we tried really hard and tried to come out fully formed, it put people's backs up because it seemed suspicious that we were so developed.
Right.
At the very
Because it
beginning.
wasn't the normal way of going about it. So we've done a photo shoot. We have music. You can't buy it anywhere, but we have music. We're rehearsed. We're ready to go.
And they were just really ambitious and just really wanted to try really hard and take it so seriously. And I think that made people suspicious because they were like, why do they look so, why are they so professional already?
We've also been so lucky in this like ridiculous roller coaster of a come up. So I think, it's difficult for people to understand because the music industry is really difficult to understand, and you do just get it feels like we've just been plucked out of like a sea of really talented bands and musicians, and like for some reason our music and our aesthetic fits what the major labels want and what kind of people want to hear and the gigs they want to go to now.
Right.
And it's
a
all
lot
like
of it
stars
is
of a line,
a lot of it is right place, right time
Totally.
for us.
And
But
we're
it goes
so
back to
grateful for that.
what you just said. We got lucky.
Yeah.
And I don't mean
Big
lucky
time.
like you haven't earned it or that the music isn't good, but it's like you said, right place, right time,
no,
right
it's like
music.
50% of this is luck,
The so like when you see them go like, oh, this is all fabricated and made up, I guess I could see why, but it's not like you hide from it. It's not like you were like, you know what? Right place, right time at the right moment with the right music. Sorry, it worked. We're ambitious and we did it.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
God
quite
for that.
transparent about being signed as well. It's
Yeah.
not like we're hiding. Like,
We're
we're
independent.
not pretending that we've done everything all of ourselves.
Well, you're not honest about all the nepotism.
My father owns music.
Well, no, but you know what? You know where I feel like a lot of it started when all of a sudden this little band from nowhere that nobody knows is now opening for the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I'm being serious. Like nobody, like you look at the Rolling Stones and you go like, what the F? This doesn't make sense at all. No. And so you could see though where that feeds right into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Wrongly,
I'd be
but it does.
suspicious.
Yeah.
So how does that happen?
We still don't know.
Well, it's that festival, they have a habit of doing that on the main stage. So there was another small band who were going to open the stage as well. But they do that every year. They have the main stage, they find smaller bands to open it. So, I don't think it was like Mick Jagger.
Yeah, he didn't
Found
handpick us.
Based on what I read, it wasn't Mick Jagger.
We like to pretend. But yeah, maybe not.
He's actually my father.
Now, has it gotten back to Mick Jagger? That you're upset with Mick Jagger?
I hope so because I bring it up in every interview.
One of these days.
One of these
I'm gonna get an
days. Yeah. Cease and desist.
You refrain from slagging him off.
And you're upset with him because?
He snubbed us publicly. No. Basically, what happened is, so we opened the stage, and then after us, there were two other acts, Sam Fender and Courtney Barnett. And they played, and then the Stones were on, and then we were in the crowd watching the Stones sort of still buzzing and feeling crazy. And then halfway through, Mick Jagger starts to like thank the bands that have been on before, and he's like, I'd like to thank Courtney Barnett, she's amazing, Sam Fender, and we were all kind of standing there holding hands like, oh, he's gonna say our name, Mick Jagger is gonna say our name, and they were just like, yeah, and thanks to Courtney Barnett, you guys are great. Anyway, here's Gimme Shelter. And we were like, oh, he forgot us. And I'm taking it as a personal affront. Mick, square up.
But I was reading, what does it like to show up at a Stone show? What is it even like backstage?
Oh, we didn't see that.
They had a
backstage.
separate VIP area, so
We weren't allowed.
like with a big hedge around it, so you couldn't see over.
So there's like the Rolling Stones part of it, and then like
then everyone
people
else.
who were like in a Queen tribute band.
Yeah.
You guys are on
And
that
then the rest of
side.
us were in a lorry.
All right, let me do this. Give me a quick break. We'll come back. We're going to play a little bit. So we'll come back. The last dinner party sold out tonight at the Atlantis. Quick break. It's Elliot in the Morning. It's Elliot in the Morning. The last dinner party is with us. Sold out show tonight at the Atlantis. All right. What are we going to play first? Let's play something.
We're going to play On Your Side.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Mother, won't you take it back? That we were lovers, bodies touching on park benches, street dogs watching. It disgusts me now. I wish I didn't want you. Wish I could do without this blood on my face, where your teeth sunk in. Buy me again when it's 4 a.m. and your heart is breaking. I will hold your hands to stop them from shaking. If it takes all night, I will be on your side. Back to the olive mound you led me to. The wind was blinding, so I clung to you. And you smiled so sweetly as you threw me down the rocks into the seaweed. You thought that I could fly. And I wish I didn't want you. Wish I could do without this blood on my face, where your teeth sunk in. Buy me again when it's 4 a.m. and your heart is breaking. I will hold your hands to stop them from shaking. If it takes all night, I will be on your side when you're lying here. I believe you love me. You can hold my hair back when you kiss me. If you stay all night, I will be on your side when it's 4 a.m. and your heart is breaking. I will hold your hands to stop them from shaking. If it takes all night, I will be on your side.
That was very nice. That was very nice. The and that comes out. Do I have it right? That comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Next
Come on,
single,
fast.
yeah.
The well, at least in America, it does.
Yeah.
The who decides what order everything goes in?
Like
Like releasing singles.
The like who's in charge of that?
I think it's discussion with the label, really.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sort of a
It's
dialogue.
always back and forth. Last
Yeah.
minute, like, actually, let's
Yeah.
do this.
You want to do this one? No, this one. Oh, wait.
The which one was the first one? Nothing Matters was the first one. Is it the song originally isn't what we hear now, correct?
I mean, it's just the very beginning of it. It was more of a kind of slower piano ballad.
Right.
And then when we all started working on it, and then metamorphosed into a bombastic piece.
Because it is nothing like a slow
it is
little
not.
piano
It's not a
song.
ballad,
No,
She's quite
no.
demure.
Is that the process for everything with the band?
I mean, for
Like Beautiful Boy kind of stayed the same.
yeah.
Sometimes it stays like in its piano originality.
Yeah. I mean, it's different. Every song has been different. I feel like our process is always going to be evolving. So, because for most of the songs on the record, they started with kind of piano demos
Right.
that I'd done, and then everyone else came and added everything, and Aurora composed the string arrangements, and they kind of grew from that. But then, like, Sinner was a very different process. It was,
Yeah, I mean,
it was-
it did start with piano.
Yeah,
to
it
be
did.
fair. Yeah, there was an original intro to Sinner.
That was piano
I wrote
that
it.
you wrote, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, so it did start with piano, actually.
Yeah, it
Piano
did.
and bass.
yeah.
But will that change going forward?
It has already. Like, we've started writing in different ways. Like the other when actually the day Nothing Matters came out, we were so stressed and nervous that we all went to Aurora's house and we started, we were like, oh, let's just write a song. And it started with like Lizzie and Aurora.
Aurora just got a new keyboard, like a big synth, really big,
really
fat
good
synth.
one.
Yeah. And we were messing around with the controls on that, and then now it's birthed a song, and they're playing our set.
That's awesome.
And that came from just us all sitting together and starting a song. All five of
With
us.
some weird energy.
Yeah, very weird energy, rather than it just coming from one person. So it's always going to be, I think, if you're always writing songs the same way, you're never going to evolve. And I think it's important for us to always be experimenting with kind of different methods of writing so that we can challenge ourselves.
So the record, even though it's not out, the record's done.
It's done. It's been done.
And it's been done. Why not just
Vault.
put it out?
We wanted to.
Yeah.
I think it's too much. It's too much for the audience to put everything all out all at once.
We wanted to build the tension.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Live a bit.
But that's done. And I guess I was reading that'll come out like at some point next year. But are we already, I mean, other than the stress relief of the day the single comes out of going and writing a song at Aurora's, do you guys write a lot?
Whenever we can.
Try.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have a lot of time because we're the busiest band in the world. But I think, we can't really stop writing if you're creative, But yeah, we've been working on some new stuff, ready for album 2.
Aurora, what is I'm going to not try to say the name of the song. Who?
Jua.
That's Jua?
Who's Jua? Who is she?
That's how you pronounce that?
Jua.
Jua.
Like, do you know Dua Lipa?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Like, how you pronounce her first name, Jua.
Okay.
actually-
I always went with Dua, but
Dua is
whatever.
how you pronounce it in Albanian.
Okay.
So-
what is, I mean, I know you're Albanian. What is that song?
It's about my relationship to the language. And
Right.
growing up in England, but having Kosovan parents. We wanted to write an aria at first. So we all like sat down, wrote the melodies. And then everyone was like, do you want to write something in Albanian? Do you want to sing in Albanian? So then that got me thinking about my relationship to the language and how I don't know it as well as I wish I did. And I've always had a kind of shame about that.
Oh, really?
So that's what this is about. Like the song's about just, saying I'm I don't know it that well. A bit ashamed about it. That's okay.
Do you work on it at all, or like if to get over?
I mean,
that?
because I lived with my grandparents, and that was great because they mainly speak Albanian, so that was really good because I always spoke with them.
Right.
But like going to school, you're just always speaking English.
Right.
And I don't have many Albanian friends in Watford growing up, so you just lose it because that's your everyday.
Yeah, sure.
And even like my parents, they came here as teenagers, so they've kind of lost it as well a bit because you go to work, everyone's speaking English. Of course, you're gonna, unless you practice it consciously and say, like some of my family members are like, no, we only speak Albanian in the house because you're gonna forget if you don't do that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I like that. What is the last dinner party like on the road?
Chaotic.
Weird.
weird. Really weird. Yeah.
Weird in what way?
You put a bunch of friends in a van for 6 hours, it's going to get a bit frantic.
Van?
Yeah.
Oh,
like when we go around.
No. We got to start talking to labels. We're not going vans
We
anymore.
are getting a
Oh,
tour
can you
bus for
tell
the
them
first
that?
time.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, because we're supporting Hosier at the end of this year. So excited to do
Yeah.
that. And we're going around Europe, and we've got a tour bus for some of that. So yeah, can't wait for the weird energy.
That's
on
gonna
that,
be
like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Will this be the first time going into, like, I know like you've done like other like support stuff
Yeah,
in
yeah.
addition to your own things, but like going out with like whether it's Florence and the Machine or whatever it is. But this will be the first time in a band or in a bus rather.
In a bus,
Yeah.
yeah.
A whole like
It's
movie
gonna-
list.
Yeah,
of
we're
everything
really
we want to watch
excited.
on.
Movie list,
We're gonna-
really?
yeah.
I was expecting drink list.
Oh, that too.
drinking games.
We've got a rider.
Yeah, drinking games along with like old Disney classics.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get blotto to Snow White.
But are you guys pretty good on the road, or is it still like, let's go live, like we're going?
I have a balance.
I think we do well to like make sure we're looking after ourselves,
We've got ginger shots.
but also we're also excited to travel and like see places. So I think we might not rest as much as we need to because it's like, oh my god, we're in New York, let's go run around.
Yeah.
So yeah, really excited to be honest.
Why such a short run through the U.S.? I mean, it's 5 shows
Well, we
in
already did
10
a UK
days.
tour, and we already had the Hosier tour booked. So I think it's literally.
Oh, so it's just whatever
Yeah.
space that you had.
Gotta get them to America.
yeah.
Was that when did that become a goal to make it to the US?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's always kind of been because we're very ambitious and we wanted to grow outside of London. It's kind of the rest of the world has sort of been in the ether in the back of our heads, but I don't think we thought it would happen this soon. Like,
Right.
This is very insane. Like it's
I think when we signed to Q Prime,
Yeah.
as well, our management company,
Right.
'cause
dangled.
they're American,
Yeah.
New
Makes
Yorkers.
sense,
So
The-
we're like, yeah.
I think I assumed we'd do a support tour in America first.
Yeah,
I think
me
coming and
too.
doing a headline tour is a bit like, whoa.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
We've skipped a few steps.
Yeah.
So you thought you would come over, you'd open for somebody,
Yeah.
and just kind of travel
That's
around
what
that
normal
way?
people do.
Normal people.
Abigail, you are far from normal, honey. Is it weird? Like at any point in the back of your head, are you going like, it's still weird? We're in the US.
Yes.
Yeah.
This morning, every day, like
We were
walking into.
Yeah, we saw a yellow school
Oh my god!
bus. We all
yellow
screamed.
school bus. Oh my god! Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Say again.
We
What
saw
did
a
you?
yellow school bus. Like,
So we
out of
drove.
films.
So we
Never
were in.
seen one of those
We were
before.
in the van, and a yellow school bus went past us, and we all screamed because it's
kept
like it's
missing
on
it.
the telly. It's like, are there kids in there? It's real. It was so exciting that it was real.
Wait, so how do you get to school in England?
Just like the bus.
or you
like,
just-
a
oh,
metro
Oh, they
bus.
just don't make it yellow?
No,
They just don't have a
do
uniform
school
colour
bus.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
yeah.
They're just public buses that do the school runs.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be so easy to impress.
Honestly, like every 5 minutes, like, oh my god, it's a fire hydrant. It's so fun.
Is there anything? So like that's great. Like that's out of nowhere. Is there anything on the list where you're like, oh my god, we have to see whatever it is?
While we're in America.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We
Blue
wanna go
Note
to-
in New
We
York.
want to go to Blue Note.
Wait, say again.
Blue Note, the jazz club. Yeah, me and Lizzie love to go there. Yeah, because it's such a
bucket list.
legendary jazz club and like with so much history, like it's going to be. Yeah, I really want to go there.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? Good for you. Was not expecting that as an answer, but no, that's great.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I don't know. But I was not expecting that. So what will you do running around today in DC?
I don't know what we're doing.
I think we're getting ready for the show.
Yeah, I got to go to a pharmacy. I got to go to CVS, check that out, see what's going on there.
Do they have Halloween in England?
Oh yeah.
No, it's,
Whoa. We see split.
no, I'm joking.
It's not as big, right?
Yeah, it's not like as.
big.
It's not as.
It's just kind of an opportunity to get drunk and
yeah.
Yeah.
as most things.
That's kind of what we use it for,
Okay,
except for the kid version. Like people will take their kids around, but other than that, it's really an excuse. Like Halloween is today for people who have kids, but like the weekend, this past
Yeah.
weekend was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Halloween for
Everyone's having
adults.
parties this
Yeah.
weekend, yeah.
But it wasn't. But it's not that's not a thing.
Oh no, it is. I was joking.
Oh, okay.
People don't
I was
like
doing a
decorate the
bit.
front of their houses.
Yeah,
as
it's
much,
not
so.
as I think intense as here, perhaps.
really exciting.
Apparently, here people don't dress up like scary. They just dress up. As anyone.
What's the right word? Sexy. Thank you. Yeah, no, you can take any costume and make it sexy.
And then that's Halloween.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Mean Girls? That's like the whole bit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Halloween is the one time of the year.
So you guys you'll finish up with a 5-date run in the US. So you'll do, obviously DC is tonight.
Yeah.
You do New York, Philly, Chicago, and LA. That'll be awesome. You guys will love it. That'll be great. Then you go back and you do the Hosier tour. And then do we know, like, is anything beyond that?
The next 2 years of our lives are pretty planned out. Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah. Look, the calendar is like.
We're waiting
Yeah.
for the
Stacked.
8-month
Yeah.
schedule.
Wait, so what is, like, literally, what's after the first of the year?
I mean, we
can't
disclose
disclose
too
Oh,
much.
yes, you can.
Well, we're doing-
There's no one listening. It's one stupid
it's
radio
just
station
us.
in DC.
We'll be traveling around doing
I
some
mean, we're playing the
things.
Roundhouse in London,
Yeah.
which is like a bucket list venue.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
It's a really important one, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
big,
exciting.
big
Yeah,
time.
like I grew up around that in Camden.
Hometown show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like a big venue in Camden. It's used
a
to always walk
beautiful
past
room.
it, and now I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there.
What else is on the bucket list?
Oh, Hebden Trade.
Hebden Trades
Hebden
Club.
Trade.
Oh, that's where I grew up, in Yorkshire, in the north of England. And they have a tiny
Well,
little
you were
venue.
right. You guys were really ambitious. I want to play the clubs in my neighborhood.
Yeah, because it's emotional.
Right. No, that I get. What about Saturday Night Live?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
I
Now we're
wanted
talking.
to be in a skit
The-
so badly. I want to.
We would be so bad in a
We'd
skit.
be
I
so
feel like
good.
we'd
We just laugh.
And
just
that
be
would make it
giggling away.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
true,
wish
yeah,
be
yeah,
very
yeah.
awkward. Yeah, but I'm sad Kate McKinnon isn't in the cast anymore because I would have just liked to to have been in the scene with her because that would be really fun.
Well, listen, I'm glad DC was first on the stop. I have no idea how it worked out, but I think it's awesome. I love that it was I have a feeling it'll be one of those things where people will go to the show tonight who have tickets, and there'll be several hundred people there. 5 years from now, it will be 10,000 people that'll go, oh, I was there for the first show. I was there and I saw when it happened. And I'll go back to what I said. Are you guys nervous about it tonight?
Nervous and excited.
I haven't kind of realised that we're playing a gig today as well. I'm kind of still on the plane.
Yeah. We're still in London.
We're just on holiday.
Still watching Interstellar.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. All right, what are we going to play next? What are we playing next?
Should we do Nothing Matters next?
Yeah. Yes. We're going to do our debut single, Nothing Matters.
Right.
The squeaky clean version.
Thank you. I was going to remind you, there's a word that shows up in there frequently.
What?
That we can't do. Right, there we go.
Let's do it. I've forgotten how again. Is that there? No, it's there.
Maybe we should start again.
This is our first ever acoustic session.
We've never,
Wait, say that again.
Guys, let the listeners know this is the first time we've ever done an acoustic session.
Are you serious?
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
We've never done an acoustic
so
session.
It's a bit rusty.
We're really
Yes.
nervous.
Yeah, we're quite nervous. Sorry.
Are you really?
Yes, because we've never done this before. I've never sat down and sung.
But you know the song.
I know, but I just couldn't find the notes.
Remember, it used to be slow on a piano.
Okay, so let's go again.
We're not just doing it.
We're being human.
No, that's okay.
Okay, let's go again. I have my sentence now. At last I know just how you feel. I dig my fingers in, expecting more than just the skin. 'Cause we're a lot alike in fever, like a motorbike, a sailor, and a nightingale dancing in convertibles. And you can hold me like the elder, and I will have you like nothing matters. And you can hold me like the elder, and I will have you like nothing matters. We've got a highway tight, the moon is bursting with headlights. One more and we're away, left tender in your Chevrolet. And we're a lot alike in fever, like a motorbike, a sailor, and a nightingale dancing in convertibles. And you can hold me like the elder, and I will have you like nothing matters. And you can hold me like the elder, and I will have you like nothing matters. Even when the cold comes crashing through, I'm putting all my bets on you. I hope they never understand us. I put my heart inside your palms, my home in your arms. Now we know nothing matters. Nothing matters. And I will have you like nothing matters. And you can hold me like the elder, and I will have you like nothing matters. Like the elder, and I will have you like nothing matters.
It's completely different than the recorded version, but that was freaking awesome.
That was really fun.
That was great. And that's the first time you've ever done that?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Debut.
You guys are pretty good.
No, I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, you guys are pretty good. You figured that out.
Not bad.
Also, go back to something you just said, Abigail. That's the first, this is the first time you've ever sang sitting down?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I've seen videos of you, and I mean, I will
I'm
say.
always on the move, baby.
Yes, you are. Yeah, well, the whole band. Like, there's a lot of activity going on that stage.
We're a pretty active band.
There is a ton of stuff going on, and people playing their instruments and jumping around and doing the whole thing. But this is the first time you've ever sang sitting down?
Yeah.
In one place. You feel like caged in.
feel like Joni Mitchell. It's great. You can sit on an armchair and just like...
Well, you can. I mean, now it's a little late. We're only going to play one more song. But if you want to stand up, by all means, feel free.
I don't know. Maybe I will.
All right, whatever you want to do. All right, give me one more song, and then I'll get you guys out of here.
All right. This is My Lady.
Oh, look at
of
Rora stands up.
All right, fine. I'm going to stand up there.
wow.
Let's get square up, dude.
Wait, which one are we doing?
We're doing My Lady of Mercy.
All right, let's do that then.
Take me back to your swimming pool, you lovely little foolish thinking I could have you naked in a trench coat. I'll see you on Sunday. I wanna make them sing. Teach me how to do as you do. Guide me, show me how, and let me be your arrow. Baby, make me bow. I'll see you on Sunday. I wanna hear them sing. Oh, rest your feet on me, my lady of mercy. Strike me, pierce me straight through the heart. I wanna take your picture me in bed under your crucifix, under your long black hair. I'll see you on Sunday. I wanna make them sing. Oh, rest your feet on me, my lady of mercy. Strike me, pierce me straight through the heart. Strike me, pierce me straight through the heart.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope everything goes great tonight. I hope the show goes fantastic. I don't know what the rest of your next 2 years that are all laid out, but I swear to God, you better get through here again.
Well, I'm sure we will.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys, thank you very much. Honestly, thank you guys
Thanks
very
for
much
having
for
us.
coming in.